Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to episode 4 of Avatar Legends, year 1 of the 100 Years War. I think I finally figured out how to play the quick start of this game just as the full game became available. So now we're going to go right back to not knowing what the hell we're doing. Oh, we lost Una.
Already?
Sorry, all your cameras disappeared for me, so I had to reload.
That's okay. All right, so a couple things I'll point out now that I'm hearing an echo. Are you guys hearing me twice?
If you go on Roll20, look if everyone's...
Oh, I'm probably hearing myself on Roll20. Let's...
Yeah, because it doesn't sound echoey for me.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what it was. Okay, perfect. See, we had a lot of tech support stuff happening over here in Avatar Land. Well, today. Okay, so some things I will point out. Combat, if you do get into combat, there are different basic moves for combat. And you will find those... So rather than using the combat sheet you were using before, you're going to use page 299 of the playbook.
Wait, Matt, are you really live right now? Oh, yeah, you are. Okay.
I believe I'm really live.
Yeah, you are. Yep, you are.
Hello, world. Good to see you.
It works. It works. We're good. Sorry.
Perfect. Yeah, so you might want to hang out around 299. They also added something new. So we know that we had fatigue, right? You got your physical, or emotional, or spiritual fatigue that you can get as you go. We know we have conditions. You can take on these kind of emotional conditions of your character. Now there are also statuses that are also on that page 299. So those might come up. Statuses ranging from doomed, which, man, I'm dying to use that one, to positive statuses like empowered or prepared. So there are some new moves that mess with statuses, although I don't know that any of the basic techniques do. But you can also learn super fun brand new techniques, which we may or may not get into since I just got this book on Friday and it's now Sunday. And, you know, I did some reading, but I didn't necessarily change everything that we were going to do today based on that new info. Any questions, quick questions or anything like that before we jump into tonight's session?
We are A-okay, sir.
It sounds like it. Wonderful. All right.
I'm reading.
Yeah. Don't try to read too much. I will try to ask you things as we go, only because there's a 306 page book in front of you now that I just shared with you guys. Okay. Let me put on... I didn't really get any music ready for this. Here, let's just go with the old favorite.
Party music? Festival music?
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Oh, yeah. So the party last left the Foggy Bottom Swamp, continuing on their journey, trying to follow a bit of the coast, staying away from the main city centers of the Earth Kingdom as they are trying to make their way to the Eastern Air Temple. They are flying now on Anpu, as they travel. So a couple things to resolve mechanically, too. So I guess there is like a sort of rest feature, right? Where like you guys have been traveling for a couple days, but you've also been on the Bison. You've been camping out, not like, totally restful, like posting up in a bed or anything. So everyone can mark off 2 fatigue for your travel, plus whatever you get for traveling with Anpu. Sanj, what did they get for that?
I think it's removing 1.
Okay, so you will get to remove a total of 3 fatigue.
So
Yes,
if I have
clears
a
1.
condition, I keep it.
If you have a condition, you keep it. Yes.
I'm keeping it then.
Yes. You need to do a move or one of the conditions. One of
You're
the,
right. I
the
forgot
things
about that.
to get rid of the conditions. Yeah.
Right.
So you can decide what condition your condition is in. But as they left the well-wooded area behind, looking out ahead of them at a large, expansive desert, the Siwang Desert, they are first going to be stopping at the Misty Palms Oasis. This center for travelers that are going out, a trading hub, and the last bit of civilization before you get to this huge expansive deserts. Sprawling buildings. Let me see. Oh, I lost my Misty Palms Oasis page. Oh no, I didn't there. Sometimes I gotta look at the papers. So some buildings together. My question is, have any of you ever been here before? The ones who possibly would have been would be Sister Sanj, because this is a spiritual location. And One Way also might have been here, being like a main like trading hub in the south of the continent. But you tell me, have either of you been here?
If you say so, probably.
No, I'm asking the question.
I don't know. No.
Okay.
What kind of spot is this? Is it like a vacation joint or?
Yeah, so Misty Palms Oasis. It is literally as you are looking at like these small buildings, closely huddled together around what is in fact the top of a giant underground iceberg, the tip of which sticks out. So there is this like spire of ice with this blanket of mist kind of falling off around it in the area. It is a major trading hub of the area, so a lot of goods go in and out from this area.
In the Earth, where the Earth right now.
You are in the Earth. You're in the southern Earth Kingdom.
Yeah,
yes.
I think it's reasonable that I might have been here before then.
Yeah. G, yes.
We have an issue because I was looking at how to clear my condition.
Yeah.
And turns out it's not in the final game. So I was stuck with the foolish condition.
Yes.
Which got replaced by trouble.
Oh. So you...
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. So they changed the condition from foolish to troubled.
So I looked at how to clear trouble, and it said troubled, and it said requires you to regain your confidence by seeking guidance and reassurance from someone competent and capable.
Well, since you were feeling foolish, we're just gonna stick with foolish, and this will be the last example of foolishness that we have in the game, because you know.
Bet. So I'll go check the other.
Yeah, whatever the
roll.
old one is.
Yeah, cool. Bet. Oh. We're good. Sorry.
Cool.
We can continue.
So you are heading down into this town. So here's the thing. What you've done in the past is you've brought Anpu down, like in the outskirts, hit them in the forest, and then you all went into the town. There ain't no forest to hide them in. You're surrounded by a desert.
I mean, I guess he's gonna stay with us, or she's gonna stay with us then.
Okay. Yeah, no
We'll
problem.
all in here with Anpu.
So you all fly in over the Misty Palms Oasis, heads turning up to see you as all of the beetle-headed merchants, right? These merchants with like these like beetle helmets on, looking up, pulling, you know, they're fixing their goggles to look up at you. As you land, I think probably pretty close to this central oasis iceberg, right? And this cool misty air just like kind of wafts over you as you land down. The second Anpu's feet like hit the ground, she kind of like walks over and licks at this iceberg, and her tongue kind of sticks and has to like.
Can I before he like it rips its tongue off?
Yeah.
Can I like put my hand on the iceberg and melt it off of it?
Yeah. You set out like a jet of steam that just and as Anpu's like pulling with the tongue going out, and then it steams up and comes back and kind of like slaps her in the face a little bit. Kind of unwieldy, Anpu's tongue.
That I could help. Haha.
All right. So there you are. Yeah, you are there. You definitely are getting looks from some of the locals, as well as some of these traders. These traders that have, it looks like, almost like conical shaped helmets with like little insect legs coming out the sides, and like the little butt pincers kind of sticking up towards the top. But there are also other, I guess, locals here as well, kind of with like many like wraps, like, you know, looking like all those like Dune characters that we see, right? Like wrapped up. Right now their face is mostly uncovered as they're in the town. And then others who are kind of like local, not just to the area, but probably to this specific town, right? Like wearing like trousers and shorts. You see a guy kind of like sitting out on a bench with this like frozen drink inside of like this shelled fruit thing with a straw sticking out of it, just like sipping out of it as he's staring at all of you.
Looks like we finally looks like we finally got to a place where one way will feel at home.
I mean, this place is pretty great. You get like a nice cool drink. I mean, when we used to come here sometimes in the summer when it got really hot in the city, so this is kind of like a nice break from that. But I do like it here. It's lively. You know, I think we should be able to keep a pretty low profile here if we want to.
I think the low profile thing might be difficult considering most people are already staring.
They've just never seen a flying bison before. They'll be fine.
I more meant like not getting involved in local drama, like just kind of like passing through and not making ourselves like the hero of the town, or I don't know, just for like just hanging out maybe.
You're asking for a lot here, bestie. I'm not sure about that.
I'm just saying, like, you know, we don't need to make everyone's business our business, if you know what I mean.
You want to lay low.
I mean, I think if we want to blend in a little bit, can I look around? Is there anyone selling the little funny drinks that guy had? Because they look delicious to me. If not, I'm going to go and ask him.
Yeah, you don't see anyone specifically, like, outside selling those things.
Okay, I'm going to go over to him.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Where did you get that? That looks delicious.
This here.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, it's a frozen something. I got it over there.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Yeah, they use the ice from the oasis, and they put some fruit in it. And they put some other stuff in it too.
I like. Is that a little umbrella too? Okay, quiet.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a parasol.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
You know what you should
awesome.
do?
Thank you.
You should get one of those beetle hats they have, right? Hear me out on this one. You get one of those beetle hats, and you mount a big cup right in the middle. And then you get 2 bendy straws. And the gravity would just do the work for you, really, in the drinking process. And you could just pour more stuff at the top, you know? It'd be a pretty cool drink hat.
You must be one of those, what do you call them, prodigy.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know about that, but you know, I could try to make you one.
That would be great.
You just need to swipe one of those helmets first.
Okay, so I think
lay low.
yeah, you're going to Oh, isn't there a basic move that's like, oh no, that's plead.
I like the music.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I just like that I can tell the delay on our headphones
Yeah.
from how out of sync we are.
Why don't you roll to plead with an NPC to get you one of these beetle hats, beetle helmets?
What if you like made the legs hollow and you just put like the tips of the legs just dribbled through?
Plead with an NPC. I'm pleading with him.
Yeah, you're gonna roll with harmony.
Please go steal this so I can make you something.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, I wouldn't mess with them. They, you know, they bring stuff here, and they go through the desert with it. They got it hard, man. They got a hard job.
You know, if you were going to the desert, you could actually fashion a rain catch on top of it, and then, you know, or maybe even like some kind of moisture collector. That way you could like trap the.
I'm feeling
dew,
so sleepy.
and then that would give you a renewable source of water in the desert.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna
Sounds
go buy
great.
drinks for everybody while one way's chatting with this guy.
Okay, where are you going?
To the guy that was selling the.
Yeah, so
drinks.
he was
I'm
actually
gonna buy
pointing
one
at
for
a
everybody.
building, right? So one of the
Okay.
buildings that has like a doorway there and seems to have steps that like step down into a kind of like cantina type place. It's a desert bar. I have to call it a cantina. I think them's the rules ever since Star Wars came out. So and as you kind of like step in and look around, there are a lot of like low tables. There is indeed a bar there with a guy who's sitting there with like 2 swords, just like using them to like chop up fruit and like then picking them up and putting them in these different cups. The people here mostly. Well, I can't give a general impression of the people in here actually, because they're all look very different, right? There is one gentleman entirely bare-chested and like rippling with muscles, right? With this big hammer, almost like a war hammer type thing, like just sitting next to him. And he's just kind of like sitting there with a few other people that are talking, but he's not talking. He just has this angry look on his face and just clocks you as you walk in.
These are all people from the Earth Kingdom, correct? Or is it like a mix?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
I think they're not wearing like I'm wearing green, so I'm from the Earth Kingdom, right? It's a different kind of thing down here.
Okay.
There's also like a gentleman kind of like wrapped up in those like desert wraps, sitting in front of like a pie show table. Obviously not playing with anyone. He seems to kind of look up as you come in, but doesn't seem super interested in you. And then there is a pretty loud guy at the bar who is like talking to the bartender about something and like gesticulating very wildly as he's talking. And the bartender is like absolutely not paying attention to anything he's saying. That guy at the bar, he does appear to be more. I don't know. You would expect him to see him more at this in a city than where he is. Like his clothes are kind of like dirty, like they haven't been changed a while at this point. But he doesn't really. He seems the most out of place.
But the guy with the hammer, like the hammer is just sitting next to him.
Yeah, it's like on the ground. So there's like big heavy hammer with the handle like next to him. It's not even leaning up against a wall or anything. It's just like sitting directly next to him on the ground.
So guys, I must apologize for this, but I need to get rid of my foolish condition, and so I need to take foolhardy decisions.
Before you do that, who's going in here? Who's staying outside? I just kind of want an idea of how we're setting up the scene.
I wanted a drink as well, so I followed.
I'm going in.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
I'd like to go in too.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay out with Anpu, but guys, get me a drink.
Okay, so
For sure.
Sanj is staying outside. The rest of you go in. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, G.
So, G comes in, full of good intentions, of course, and she sees this massive hammer sitting on the ground, and she doesn't realize there's a large menacing man sitting right next to it. So she kind of like fast walk her way to the hammer, and she goes, "Whoa!" And she starts trying to pick it up, even though she can't move it by an inch. And she's like, "Did you see that, guys? Did you see how huge this is? Whoa!"
Okay. Why don't you roll to push your luck? Because I think this is pushing your luck in every possible sense of the phrase. So you're gonna roll with passion.
Can I also get rid of foolish? That was the goal here.
Yes. So in doing this, you are, but we're also gonna resolve what's happening here.
So do I still roll with passion for that?
Yep.
Like
yep.
that didn't change? Cool.
Yep. You're just gonna roll just the way you normally would for push your luck. Failure. Okay. Even better. You grab this thing and you try to move it, and you can't even move it, right? Like, it is so heavy. You're just like, and like you're trying to drag it, and it's not even going anywhere. And as like the handle even just starts to turn a little bit, the guy's hand reaches out and just pulls it back to an upright position right next to him, and you with it, right? You were holding on, and you just, whoa! And he just glares at you and says, "What do you think you're doing?"
Hi. I didn't see you there. I didn't want to steal it. I came in and it looked massive. It looked huge. And where I come from, they don't make it that huge, you know? So I just wanted to touch it to see if it was real, and if it was real heavy, and turns out it's real heavy. You must have some muscles there, sir. Yeah.
I think you're like Samus, and you're still holding on to it, and he just pulls it closer so you get even like closer to him, and he says, "You can't go around touching other people's things."
Well, I figured this wouldn't go anywhere anyway, right? Because it's so heavy. And she's nervously laughing now. She's scared.
He just like starts poking your hands until you let go of his hammer, and then just like moves it like behind him a little bit, and then just like everyone else at the table is like not saying anything. They're just like staring from you to him, trying to figure out what the best thing to do is.
Anyway, I'm G, and she puts her hand to him.
like absolutely like engulfs your hand, this massive guy, and he says, "I'm Bim."
Bim. Now that, sir, is a name that I'm sure creates respect wherever you go.
And she like just lets go of your hand, which is like that little bit of throbbing sensation in it.
So, and then she looks around, realizing that everyone is as nervous as she is, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get coconut juice or something. Bye."
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna be at the bar like this.
Yeah. And as you roll, as Una and One Way walk up, and he's sitting there with the like his swords like deftly cutting up fruit, and just says, "Oh, what'll it be?"
It's gonna be ice. I need ice for my hands, please.
I can give you a.
Gee,
I can give you a
Don't
chunk of
worry
ice
about
for
that.
2 silver pieces.
Water is supposed to be free, sir.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. There's a whole. If you didn't, there's an iceberg out there, and just hands you like a chunk of ice. The drinks do cost some money though.
I'll have a pina colada, please.
Ah, you like pina coladas and getting lost in the dust storms. Okay, here we go. And for you ladies.
I saw a guy outside with this like weird looking fruit, and I want whatever that was.
Oh, yeah, you saw Drink Guy.
Yes. Oh, drink guy. It's a thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mascot.
Oh well.
But instead of us paying
Very
him,
effective.
he pays for, he pays for the drinks.
You know, you should give him a drink hat. I think it would really sell a lot of frozen drinks. If you
What do you
put a
think?
drink
What
hat.
is a drink hat? I've never heard of.
I was
Explain
thinking
it to
that
me.
you could put. You know how they have the beetle helmets?
Yes, yo,
You
yes.
use some kind of hollow reed or something, and use that to like feed the drink into the mouth.
And then gravity does the work. You don't have to.
Yes.
You don't have
finally, someone who understands.
to. Yeah. I think we could make this work. Yeah.
So I'll also take. Side.
Can you say that last part again? My screen froze for a second.
Sorry, my friend's outside and she's with her buffalo. So I think that she would like a drink as well. And I'll pass over 3 Earth. I'll over 3 Earth Kingdom like penny coins or whatever.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you can't take drinks outside. You have to drink inside. There's an ordinance.
What about
Okay,
drink
I'll
guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm outside.
No, I'm just kidding. Like, that was joking. You saw Drink Guy. Like, he was already outside. Here, let me get. And yeah, he'll make drinks. He'll make you 4 drinks.
Thank you. What's your name?
Oh, well, funny. You would think I would be Drink Guy because I'm the guy that makes the drinks, but that name was already taken. I'm Mushi.
Fruit guy? Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, Luigi. Thank you for the drink, and I'll pass over another penny, like, I don't know, Earth Kingdom coin or whatever, which I don't think Cummings actually have. And they'll take the drink out to
Yeah,
Sanj.
and he takes his. Oh, big spender here. Over. You look familiar.
Maybe you, like, know someone who looks like me?
I might.
Hey, just one question. There's, like, nothing extra in this, right? I don't think my friend,
Oh, you didn't pay me enough for the something
from
extra.
the bar, and she goes, "I'm underage, sir."
Yeah, no, you gotta. We don't just slip our expensive alcohols into the drinks. You gotta pay for them first. So you don't really gotta worry about any of that.
great. Thank you. And I think that I'll just turn and I'll look away to
Okay.
Sanj very quickly.
Okay, so yeah, One Way goes out to Sanj, leaving G and Una at the bar.
I have a
Did you see that
question.
hammer, Una?
Sure.
Is the drink in some type of fruit as well?
Yeah.
The one that he brought me?
Yeah, it's in a strange
In a
fruit
hollow
that you don't.
outfit.
Yeah, like it's like almost like coconut-like, but it's like red.
Aha! Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
drink-
That's all I
it's-
needed to know.
As they bring it to you, Anpu looking at you with a hurt face because you didn't bring anything for them. Yeah,
I was gonna give her the fruit after I drink the drink.
throw the husks to the bison. Yeah, so I mean, very cool, very refreshing, very sweet. As you're all there, and at this point, people have your bison particularly is still getting some looks. You actually, Sanj, in your airbender, your airbender air nomad outfit is getting some looks. Because airbenders are not. They're fairly rare in the world. you know, not many people
Mm-hmm.
are airbenders, and so you
I know.
you tend to get some looks.
Can I get a quick lore explanation as
Yeah.
to why the airbenders have arrows? And they're the only. I think they're the only ones who have them.
Yeah, it's part of. They are the only ones that have them. They're They're actually tattoos. So it's part of their culture that, like, when they become like an airbending master or something, like, you know, some sort of coming of age thing, they get the arrow tattoos on them.
So is it like does it tie into the fact that they're more structured, bending wise, like as if it was like.
Yeah, they're differently structured, right? They're nomadic. They're very spiritual, especially like
I'd
that's
say
the
they're
way...
probably more religious.
Okay.
Yeah, not religious so much because there's not so much of a religion, right? But it's more like connected to the spirit world.
Okay.
They're certainly seen to be that way. Like, you know, they're calm and peaceful, and like, you know, when you think of like a Buddhist monk or something, like
Yeah.
they're that kind of thing in this world.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So we're gonna have to
As
cross
we
the
walk
desert.
out of the. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, let's split the scene a little bit, right? So G and Una are still inside having their drinks. One Way and Sanj are outside.
Who's going
Okay.
first?
I'm gonna lean over to G and I'm gonna say, G, I was a little worried about you for a second there. Wasn't quite sure where you were going, touching that guy's hammer. But that worked out okay.
Like I grabbed his hammer and I didn't see him, and then he grabbed my hand and then I saw him because it's hurt, okay? And then like he told me you shouldn't go around touching other people's stuff, and he sounded like my dad, bro.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
I didn't see
you know.
the guy. I didn't notice him at first. Like it's all like a happy misunderstanding, you know?
I mean, he's kind of huge and like right next to the hammer, but I could see where you're going if you're just really laser focused on that hammer. So,
Yeah,
but I'm
but-
just glad.
How could I not? It was
a little bit, but that's it.
I'm okay now. I think my hand is okay. Like, does it look okay?
Care
nails
to
do
play
know.
a game?
No, no.
And you hear that from the side, and you kind of look over, and that kind of like smaller, kind of squat guy in all of those like wraps, totally done up, covering his face but for his eyes, is sitting there as you turn around, and he repeats himself and like gestures to the pie show table and says, "Would one of you like to play a game?"
I love games.
What? I just like out of character question. Is Pie Show like that's just kind of an everybody game, right? Or is it like a noble game?
No, it's kind of an everybody game, right? I think
It's
it's
like chess. Like some people are really good at it strategically, and some people just like to play.
yes, I think that's probably true, right? Like it's the kind of thing very much like chess, right? It might be like set up in parks for people to just play, and then there
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
like, you know, it's also gonna have a fancy set in like a nobleman's house.
Okay.
Yeah. Show me the rules. Show me the rules. I want to play.
Have you
fun.
never played Pie Show?
I don't know what it is. Show me.
A good firebender girl. Never learned Pie Show. Surprising.
How do you know I'm a firebender?
All the red kind of gave it away.
I should buy new clothes, huh?
Come, sit. I will
I'm
explain the rules.
Explain to me.
So he's going to start explaining the rules. Then we are... But you are going to roll 2d6. And we are going to use these rules.
1 and 3.
Ooh, that's real bad. Okay, so you rolled badly. So the idea of this game, right, is it's actually to have like more of a conversation ongoing as you and like figure out about other people, rather than like who wins and loses. Although I think with a 4, like he is going to win, and B, you might not find out too much about him, but he might find out about some things about you.
Okay. I don't know much about my own character, so that ought to be interesting.
Yeah. So as you start playing and he explains, he will just ask, what brings you to the Misty Palms Oasis?
I have to answer, honestly.
No. No,
Oh.
he's just making chit chat.
I nervously look at Una. I don't. I'm like, what should I tell him?
We're just passing through. We're just, needed a little girls' weekend away. We thought it would be fun to come out, check out. We've heard so much about this, and it's, so far away from me. And, just thought it would be a nice little AK.
Yes, you are Water Tribe, no?
Yes, the Northern Water Tribe.
Strange little band of you traveling around.
I mean, just gotta get away sometimes.
So how do we play this game?
Yeah, and he's showing you as you're going and doing it. No, you can't move like that. Back outside on the street, Sanj and One Way see that guy that was at the bar being kind of loud walks out, and he's like all kerfluffled, right? And he's just like standing with his arms akimbo and just kind of pouting. And he's like, people, they don't understand. I try so. Oh, a buffalo! And he just
bison.
Like, what's the difference?
I don't know. Mine has 6 legs and it flies.
Yeah, flies. Cool. Oh, you're an air nomad.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Hi. Sorry. Hi. I'm Kadi. Good to meet you.
Hello, Kadi. I am Sister Sanj. This is one of my traveling companions, One Way.
Do you take his hand as he's...
Yeah, sure, I'll shake his hand.
Yeah, he grabs you and like double hands it and shakes your hand pretty vigorously.
You're very friendly.
Yeah, thank you. I try. You have... That's a really big flying bison.
Yep. They tend to be about this big.
Huh.
Unless it's a baby, and then it's smaller, but...
That makes sense. Are you going across the desert?
Kind of. We're here on vacation.
Oh. Not here for trade, not here for business?
No, we just needed some time away.
Oh. Well, so interesting. It seems like, besides for the beetle merchants, you all have probably the best way across this desert.
I suppose.
What do you think your going rate would be to do some transport?
We don't really have time to do that.
Well,
we're only here for a very short amount of time, and then I have to get these kids home.
Sure. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. But you see, I have some goods that I need transported across the desert, and well, I can't seem to get anyone to help me do it.
How do you think that is?
Probably because I don't have any money.
Same.
Okay.
But I will. Once I get these goods to where they have to go, I'll get paid for them, and then I'd be able to pay you. And he kind of like he's like pointing towards Sanj, and then kind of points towards one way, but then goes back to Sanj because it seems to be her bison.
So you want us to render services first on the promise you'll pay us?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know about all that.
Well,
like I said, we only have a very limited amount of time here. And we have to go home.
But I'll be stranded. You know, I hear that airbenders, you're caring folk, and I'll be stuck here. It shouldn't be. I mean, it shouldn't be too big of a problem to just, you know, you're going anyway. Right?
I didn't say that we were going.
Eventually.
I said kind of.
Sorry, what does this guy want? I wasn't really paying attention.
He wants us to like transport stuff across the desert for him.
Just what stuff?
Yeah. See,
goods.
See, you're a smart one. I can tell. You really know the questions to ask when we're talking about transporting things. Like, what is it that's being transported? That's a great question to ask. You see, the Lu, they don't care. They don't care. They don't even care. They just say, "Oh, you can't pay me now. I don't care what it is. I'm not doing it." But this is some good stuff.
So you can't pay us now, then?
I can. Well, everyone gets so hung up on that.
We have to do render the service first one way, and then he'll pay us.
But we'll be on the other side of the desert. How is he gonna pay us?
I'll go with you.
Oh no, that's a deal breaker. Sorry, buddy.
What?
You're not coming along. You're gonna hold on. So you want us to give you free transport of your goods and free passage? You should be funding this, sir.
I
will. You
will.
can provision us.
I just need to fund it in retrospect. You see, I've just been.
Supplies to get a desert, dude. I mean, you can't just go across there with nothing, and we don't have money. So if you buy us supplies, sure.
I had a plan, and I had some money, and then that money gets stolen. And
so why don't you sell your goods to get enough money to pay us to transport them?
Well, no one here wants it.
What is it?
Now hear me out.
If you say sand, I'm walking away.
No, absolutely not. It's not sand. That would be crazy. It's rocks.
Really super fine.
They're really hard to come by. It's proprietary. And then back inside this cantina, as he's like making moves, he looks at you and he says, "Which way are you going when you leave the oasis?" So this is the point at which you need to either answer correctly or mark of fatigue. But then you can also ask them a question.
I can answer his question with a question?
No. You have to either answer his question honestly, or you can mark a fatigue. And then you get to ask them a question as well.
The thing is, like, I'll be 100% honest. If I answer his question honestly, I don't know where we're going next.
You're going west. You're going westward because you're heading towards the Western Air Temple.
So G looks nervously. Okay, so either I answer or I take fatigue and I ask a question.
No, you're gonna ask a question either way.
It's
just, but it's either answer correct honestly or take fatigue.
G looks nervously at Una and she goes, I don't know, like, maybe to the west? It seems pretty to the west, right?
Heading westward, then. And he,
something like that.
Like, jumps one of your tiles in the Pai Show game and, like, takes it off the board.
Hey! That was mine!
Sometimes, if you're not careful, you can lose things.
My turn to ask questions, sir.
Go right ahead.
And G, like, she... Wait, let me put my cat down. She, like, gets on the table like this, and she gets really close. And she goes... What are you here for?
I am here waiting for some people.
That doesn't really answer my question, does it?
Some people are on their way here to bring something to me. I am waiting here until I get it.
Can I take one of his pawn off the board?
You do? And then he goes, no. And makes you put it back.
Oh, sorry, I thought, sorry.
That's not how the game works at all.
Sorry.
You see, the horsey moves in an L-shaped. No.
Okay, and it can go over stuff, right?
Right. But the pawns
I get it
can't
now.
do. Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over and like point out a couple different moves she could potentially make.
Do I roll again?
No, you've lost this game. Yeah. So at the end of that, he just like completes the tile and says, and that, well, it wasn't the best showing, but you'll never again be able to say you haven't played Pai Sho.
No, sir, hear me out. We play another game.
Perhaps
Right here, right now.
you, Waterbender, will have better luck.
Go ahead, Luna. Go ahead, you got this.
I haven't
And she,
tried
like,
in a while, but
She massages your shoulder.
okay, sure.
Okay, roll 2d6.
This is literally a secret spy trying to figure out what we're doing here, and here I am going like, go Una! Break his ass! Beat it!
Wow, 11. Okay.
Hey.
On a 10 plus, you hold 3. So you can use. There are 3 options of things you can choose to do. You can use all 3 of them. You can use one of them twice. Whatever you do. Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
So if people are looking for these, in the full Avatar book, this is the section that talks about making custom moves, but this is the pre-made Pai Sho one that they give as the example.
Classic.
All right. So I'm gonna make a move, a smart, clever move that kind of looks like I know what I'm doing a little bit, but it's clearly just an opening that I've memorized.
G is like, oh, that's good.
I was saying, so where did you learn to play Pai Sho?
A traditional opening.
Works well for me.
So which one are you which of the moves are you using?
Oh, I thought I'd just ask him a question.
So there's 3 different. You can exchange banter over simple plays to ask questions, and that's the one that he kind of just used when she lost. But you can also ask a leading question and lay a trap for them in the game. Their response to your guile reveals something about their personality or reveals their principle. And then the last one is pressure them with words and make an aggressive play. If you know their principle, mark 1 fatigue to shift their balance away from center by questioning or challenging their beliefs or perspectives.
So I don't just ask a random question, it has to be kind of like something...
Well, you want to ask a question, but you also want to let me know which of those things...
Oh, okay.
Which of those...
So I'm probably just going to do like the exchange banter, and I'm just going to... Actually, no, probably the ask a leading question, because I'm going to ask where he learned Pai Sho.
That's not a leading question, though. Leading question means you're kind of trying to lead them to an answer.
Like An answer. Sorry, I don't think I get it. What an answer
Yeah,
about
so
what?
so leading questions are what lawyers aren't allowed to do. Right? They're weren't you there the night this murder took place?
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you're really like leading them to the answer. Sorry, I did too much mock trial.
You're up to something, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has he responded to my play? Like, did he put a piece down after I moved?
He does, yeah. He puts kind of, and he does, like, I guess the traditional response to that opening play.
He is like,
Showing that he, like, whatever, like, play you memorized, he also has the same thing memorized to know exactly the next move to
so
make.
I'll probably just do the exchange banter, and I'll just say, oh, I see you've read High Show Openings by Chi Sun-Hwa.
Sure. Well, let's do this. So that actually sounds leading, right? So that's the opposite. I think you are doing the leading question.
All right, I think I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, so I think you do. And he you think he smiles, but you can only see his eyes, which are kind of like squinted and intense. And he says, "Yes, the traditional ways, the traditional openings are very important. Some newcomers come in and try to change what has been standing for a long time. This is not always good. Some things must be preserved."
Now, is he still talking about the game or not?
Yeah, so you actually learn his principle, which is preservation.
Oh, it's not tradition? I thought it was called tradition.
Something like, but like preserving that tradition, right? Very specific. The way I put it was preservation.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
Oh, I see you honor the old ways too. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if this would be pressure with words or not, but I'm gonna say something like, what would you do if someone came to change that balance?
Okay. Okay, so you can mark one fatigue. So you mark one fatigue, and you're trying to, you're trying to shift their balance away from center. Okay, yeah. So, he will say.
What does that do for an NPC though?
It gets them closer to being taken out. So if you shift their balance all the way past center, they will be taken out. So he says. So let me go ahead and move that. And he says, if someone comes to disrupt that which is better off being preserved, they become, in some ways, an enemy that must be stopped.
G is on the side and she's very confused because she's like, this doesn't seem to be about the game anymore. But she doesn't really get it.
As you're sitting there slurping from your straw, listening to this banter, back outside, as One Way walks away from your new companion, that he goes, well, wait! And then he turns back to Sanj, because again, it is your, supposedly, as far as he can tell, your bison. And he says, really, they're not just rocks. They're not just rocks. They have special property. It's hard to make them, but I figured out a way. It's obsidian. It's like glass made from magma.
And what do people want with stones made of magma?
Oh, it's super cool. They're really shiny. It's also, you can make tools or things out of them, or jewelry, or you have to come here to make them. The sands the sands really help, specifically when you can find a good spot that's set up, and you can use some of the ice to help cool it too. But no one here wants that stuff. You gotta take it somewhere else to sell it afterwards. So I've got all this product, but those Lou people, they won't take me at my word. They're a little rough around the edges.
Did you say Lou?
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't help you.
Oh, gee. Well,
Gee.
I guess I'll starve here in the street then, and just sits down. Like, literally just where he is, and just sits.
So,
That was actually
do we
Drink
have
Guy's
any...
origin story, if you weren't aware.
What is it?
That's how Drink Guy got here in the first place, too.
Yeah, drink
He got
guys.
stranded.
Now he's an icon, so hey.
Yeah. There are worse fates.
Do I have any money? Like, do we have some Earth Kingdom money?
I don't think you have a lot, but I think you have a little bit.
I'll give him like a whatever, like a piece of Earth Kingdom money, and be like, go get yourself some dinner.
Oh wow! Now I won't die till tomorrow.
And tomorrow we'll be gone.
Oh.
And you can bother somebody else. Maybe they will give you safe passage.
I always heard that you airbenders were, like, nice and kind and wanted to help people.
I just gave you enough money to have a meal.
Yeah, really, you're not really helpful at all. And he's actually, going to...
This feels very much like when Baron gave in to being called a butt,
Yeah.
and I will not be giving in.
No, that's fine, but he is...
I think he's calling you out.
He's gonna call you out, yeah.
Yeah, to live up to a principal or some shit.
Yeah, he's gonna call you out to live up to your principle.
Because the best way to convince other people to help you is by to shame them into it. That's
Yeah.
what I've learned.
So... when he's calling you out... So, if you want, you can... so, what he's doing is he's calling you out for your role, right? So, he's trying to shift, I guess it would be away from your role, because you're not living up to your role as he's saying it. Or you can roll to deny a call out.
Well, I gave him money, so I think I want to deny it, because, like...
Yeah.
I did try to do something for him. It's not like I'm like, go starve, motherfucker.
Sure. Yeah, so you're gonna roll...
Because Sister Sanj would never say that.
So you're gonna roll with your principal. Where not your center, but where are you now? Where's your balance right now?
Towards roll.
How many?
My center is +1 towards roll.
Yeah, but
and my balance is also +1 towards roll.
So roll 2d6 plus 1, because you're gonna roll with your... You're gonna roll with roll.
Hold on. You said +1?
You're gonna roll +1. I will also let you know, so for this is one of the strange rolls, low rolls are good.
Oh.
7.
Well, that's not great.
Okay. So, with 7, so that's a hit. You have to act as they say, or mark 1 fatigue.
What do you mean act as they say?
So he's telling you that you should take him across the entire desert. So you can decide to do that, or you can just mark 1 fatigue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I took a fatigue.
Okay. Yeah, so you take one fatigue, and turn your back and just kind of like walk away from this guy absolutely being super passive aggressive and like sitting on the ground and like pouting.
After I give him money for a meal. What a punk. One way, I don't know if you heard that there, but he mentioned your family.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really want to help him, because my family turned him down, I don't really want to get on their bad side by then doing the job. It just sounds like, especially for free, like I don't think that would reflect well on me within the family. That makes sense.
I tend to agree. And we already have a mission that we're on, so we don't need an additional mission.
Yeah, and I feel like if it was anything else, but I feel like, I mean, asking like us to carry rocks, I mean, those are heavy. You have like you know what I mean? Like I don't think that that's something that we can do, right? That would wear out. I mean, that would wear us all out, I think. But it would be like
I mean,
hard to get across.
Making Anpu carry tons of rocks and 5 people, it's not very nice. Is it, girl?
Really, really annoying. Like I would not want to spend, you know, an hour with that guy, let alone like however long it takes to cross the desert.
So as you two are talking, someone behind you says, excuse me, I believe you have something I need. And as you turn around to see who it is, back in the cantina, G and Una are, Una and this mysterious gentleman are finishing their... sorry, I'm getting distracted by your cat. Never mind you getting distracted by your cat. Oh, I can't hear you.
No, we can't hear you.
Una. Oh, there you
Now?
are. Yep.
I don't know what that was. Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, my cat tried to kiss my mouth. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. It was weird. Did I use all my questions?
No, you still have one more.
Okay. Can I place... I won this game, right? Like, I will be winning this game?
You seem to be winning, yes.
Okay. Can I, like, put down a tile that's, like, clearly a boss move and ask him if the people... I'm going to say, oh, so these people that are coming to meet you, are they helping to uphold the same traditional values that you have?
Okay. So, let me see. So is this the one you're trying to ask him a question and get him to answer truthfully?
Yes.
Okay. And he says,
Oh well.
no, actually, they do not. They seem to be misguided. I believe, though, that I may be able to get them on the right path. Let me ask you. If you were set with a task of immense difficulty, what would you give to see it through? Would you be willing to give all? Or would you rather set that task aside and continue down a different way?
I'm gonna look kind of nervously at G. I'm gonna say, I think you'd have to do whatever it takes. If it's your responsibility, if it's your passion and your tradition that you're trying to preserve, it makes sense to defend it.
I feel the same way.
Not that I have a task or anything. This vacation is, great.
And as you're saying that, he takes off the face wrap, and like pulls it off his head, and staring at you, now sitting up more tall. You recognize the face, the old face of Fire Sage Zagan.
Son of a bitch.
Outside,
They found us.
One Way and Sanj turn around and are staring at the face of Lan.
Not Lon!
No!
Who is looking at you angrily in the middle of the Misty Palms Oasis. hand outstretched, as if he expects you to hand something over.
Mm.
And we're gonna go ahead and pause right there.
I'm gonna give him a high five.
Yes.
Here's one of these.
Wow, that went by so fast. What the heck?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little sooner than normal, but I feel like that's probably a good.
Oh, I thought we were taking a break.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. That's it's
Oh yeah.
a little bit.
I thought you said we were done.
No. We'll be no. We are gonna This is commercial break.
Right.
You know, we will be back after these short messages. We have no messages except that we're gonna be back
From our
soon.
sponsors, the
Yes.
Cabbage Man.
Yes, the Cabbage Man.
Angry Orchard.
My
Angry
cabbages.
Orchard.
They are not a sponsor. Let's give them a call. Let's see if they want to do that. All right, we will be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go away. We're gonna see how this plays out now that it seems Fire Sage Zagan and Lon have caught up to you. All right, we'll be back, guys.
Lightning.
How the hell did they catch up to us? We're flying
A fight to win, boys and girls.
Oh, guys, we walked right into them.
Yep.
We really did. Like, we engaged actively with them.
At least I beat his ass in Pie Show.
Yeah, you did!
Yeah, let's start. Let's actually start on the street. So here I'm gonna. Oops.
And out.
Out on the streets, One Way and Sanj are standing there and turn around to find themselves face to face with Lan, the rather angry-looking gentleman that they had encountered back at the Western Air Temple. He is looking at you, Sanj. I think you know him, right? You know Lan. He had been to that air temple before. One Way, I think you probably do not.
I mean, we've encountered him before.
Yeah, I'm just mean beyond that. Yeah, so you
Okay,
definitely
okay,
recognize him and who he is. Sorry, but yeah, I don't think you have like a history with this guy.
Okay.
But Sanj, you definitely do, as he is not attacking. He is standing there in front of you, literally with his hand held out.
I slap his hand and high five.
Yeah.
Come on, you know what I mean.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to rob her? What is it like? What is happening right now?
Excuse, I don't know this man. He's bothering me.
A couple people look. He says, "Look, you took the scroll. I'm here to.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know
retrieve
you.
It's her scroll, dude. Like, it doesn't belong to you. What is wrong with, like, isn't your principle, like, are you, like, living up to your principle doing this right now?
Call him out.
He says, I'm here with Fire Sage Zagan. I'm here to retrieve this relic so it is not destroyed for all time.
You're the ones destroying it.
We are definitely not. We are here to take it back and keep it safe.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Wrong game. That was this morning, dear.
So hold on. So you're telling us that you have to take the relic from the people it belongs to keep it safe from your own people who are the ones trying to destroy their relics.
No, I'm trying to... Look. I can't talk about the rest of what's happening in the Fire Nation right now. I'm just here to tell you... I'm here to keep this safe, Sanj.
No talkie, no scrolly.
Didn't your, like, boss ask the old lady and she said, like, no to him? Like, didn't she say get bent or something? Am I wrong? She wants it to be delivered to another part of the Air Nation, not you guys. That's what she said.
You don't understand.
No, I think that you don't understand. You are a firebender, and this is a airbender scroll. You have no business having it. You don't need it. You can't use it. I'm not giving it to you. There's
Sanj.
absolutely no way.
Sanj, there's not gonna be an Air Nation anymore.
And how does you having this change that?
There's nothing we can do to change that. I'm just trying to... We're just trying to help preserve some part of the legacy.
And what's going to happen to the Air Nation?
Roll to plead with an NPC.
I'm not pleading, I'm intimidating. Is that an option?
I do not think you're intimidating. I think you are pleading. Intimidate is a move, but that's not really what you're doing.
Mixed success.
Okay. So on a 7 to 9, they need something more, evidence that this is the right course, guidance in making the right choice, resources to aid them before they act. And he says, Sanj, I know you're trying to take this to the Eastern Air Temple. Sanj, you're not going to make it.
And why is that?
You don't have enough time.
The way I see it, the farther we get away from you and the Fire Nation, the better our chances are.
You don't get it. There is no getting away from the Fire Nation. Fire Lord Sozin is too powerful.
And who do you serve? And who does Fire Sage, whatever his name is, serve?
We serve the Avatar.
There is no Avatar right now. Not that we know of.
The Avatar's out there. And when he comes back, he'll need this knowledge. Or she, they. The Avatar
Wait a
needs
minute, isn't
this
the next
knowledge.
Avatar supposed to be an airbender?
Yes, he was born, but he disappeared.
So wait, you're telling me that your people are trying to get rid of all the airbenders, but you're gonna give it to the next Avatar who's going to be an airbender? Dude, this makes no sense.
No. The next Avatar. Not the current one.
So you're gonna kill the current one, and then you're gonna give it to their successor.
I'm not killing anyone.
You're just
I
stealing
serve
from
the
them.
Avatar.
Do you mean like when the Water Nation yields an Avatar? As the next in the cycle?
I don't think there's going to be a Water Nation either.
What's going on?
Look, Sanj, if I give you this information, I need to know that you serve something higher. Something more than the order that Monk Ami gave you to bring this to the Eastern Temple. That you care about more than just doing what you were told.
I care about balance and protecting those I care about. Above anything. Above any order.
The world has been in balance for a long time. Avatar Roku made sure of that. But he's gone. The world is not going to be in balance anymore. And you are not equipped to keep this scroll in the world that's coming.
And where will you take it that it'll be so safe?
I'm going to take it back to our fire sages on the island.
So that they can use it against all of the other nations? So that they can use it to benefit Sozin?
The Bonti sages serve the Avatar. We serve the world. And I can't let you get in our way.
And when Sozin holds your feet to the fire, no pun intended, what will you do?
Sanj, I'm tired. We've been waiting here for you to come. You're not leaving with that scroll.
Wait, how did you know we were coming here? What?
And with that, as you're asking that, the other guy, Kadi gets up and starts coming over to all of you and goes, "Hey, buddy, I don't think that young lady over here really wants to talk to you right now. Maybe you should just back off, you know?" And Lon kind of looks at him, and then just like turns his back and ignores him. Back inside the cantina. Fire Sage Zagan stands up. The chair skidding across the wood as they stand. And stands tall. You also hear a as Bin
Hammer guy.
No!
takes the
I was hoping he would help us.
drags his hammer over and stands in front of the door.
Look, I thought I was very lovable towards him earlier. I really thought he would help us out.
Lead with an NPC.
And he says, "Now listen. You all came here with something that I am going to leave with. I suggest you put down all arms and surrender yourselves."
Joke's on you. I don't have a giant hammer to put down, so... As a matter of fact, I don't have anything to put down. Like, the fire just comes out of my hand. I don't really control it sometimes. Nervous laugh.
He's a firebender, G. I think he knows.
So, yeah, I forgot about that.
And at this, Halu, your koala otter, is just kind of like shaking and like looking between the fire sage and the big guy in the door, like. Ew. And the bartender just kind of like sticks his two swords into the wooden top of it and says, "Listen, I don't want any trouble in here. You'll have to take this outside." And Zagan says, "Oh no, we aren't going anywhere." And...
Oh no.
Why so aggressive? Lan is being really friendly over there. What's up with that?
So you two now have... Let me double check to make sure this isn't a... I don't think this is a crazy thing. Oh, no, that's not true. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
I know his principle, right?
You do.
Preservation.
Yes.
So I'm visibly shaken by him being there, but I would be like, "You said you wanted to preserve things. Why are you still after this scroll? The whole point of Sister Sanj taking this is for us to preserve the Air Nation knowledge."
And he throws the Paisho tile, scattering the board and the tiles all across the ground as he takes a step forward and says, "The Air Nation is no longer able to keep anything safe. We are taking hold of all ancient relics."
Can I discreetly pick up a few of the... Are they made out of wood?
Yeah, they're small, like, round wooden tiles.
Can I pick up discreetly a few of them?
Okay. Yeah, you're just... Yeah, sure.
And while... Like, they can continue talking. Like, that's a for later thing. But while I have them in my hand, can I, like, place them behind my back, obviously? And again, discreetly, I don't want the guy at the door or the fire sage to see me. But, like, can I start burning them? Like, enough that they become... cinder?
Yeah.
Like... dust.
Yeah, like ash.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So I now have ash in my hand. Just saying.
Yeah, and he, as he stands, starts like stripping off these wrappings he had around him that come off rather easily, as if it was all just a show while he was sitting. And his fire sage uniform is below that. He is now there in all his fire sagey glory. As he says, "Surrender yourselves now. I will not ask a third time."
So at that moment, G will take Una's arm, like as if she's scared. She's just a scared kid. I swear. She takes her arm, and paf, dust in the guy at the door eyes.
Okay.
And I scream, "Got it!"
All right. Yeah. So I think. Ooh. Okay. So we're throwing. That might be to trick, I guess.
I guess.
Roll to trick an NPC.
She's trained in this move.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my creativity is at a big old 0.
No, that's great. Yeah. So you're gonna roll. Yeah, roll with creativity on this. Let's see.
You got it. You got it, G.
A 7, not bad. So on a 7 to 9, you pick one. They stumble, take +1 forward to act against them. They act foolishly. The GM tells you what additional opportunity they give you. They overcommit. They are deceived for some time. I'm going to say they act foolishly, and the opportunity they give you is for you guys to get past him and out into the street, right?
That was my goal.
That's what it sounded like. Yeah, so you throw this ash in his face, and he's just, and like, boom, drops that big hammer that just like falls on the ground as he's like trying to wipe this ash from his eyes. And you two quickly, with Anpu coming after, not Anpu, sorry, is it Halu coming after, slip out. And as you kind of run forward, do you yell anything, knowing that your companions are out there?
They're on to us! Sister Saj, they're on to us! Oh, and then like I stop and
yeah. Yeah, and as you yell that, you see that they are currently face to face with Lon. And at that point, we are going to enter combat.
Oh boy.
Once I can fuck them up twice. There is no books to burn, though. I will say that's the hard part now.
Okay. Will we be looking at page 299 now for the combat stuff?
Yes, indeed.
You said 299?
Mm-hmm. 374.
I loved that.
Is it 300? I can't remember.
I think so. I think you're right.
Into page.
Okay, let me just add...
Oh yeah, bolster or hinder. That sounds kind of new.
Wait, you said 290? That's almost the end of the book.
Yes.
299, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Wow, there's a lot of pages. My poop's not even loading here.
Okay. All right, this is... so I chose for the NPCs. So you all are going to choose that to either defend and respond, advance and attack, or evade and observe.
We just call it out.
Yeah, just let me know.
Attack.
Okay, one way.
My book is still loading. I don't know if how quickly it's gonna happen.
What are you doing? What do you want to do?
Yeah, are you going to defend and respond?
I'm thinking. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
And I also need Una and G.
I just want to check if my special signature move is still an attack one. Where is that? Like, you know what I'm talking about,
On
right?
your playbook.
Una is gonna defend and maneuver. She's going to retaliate.
I got
Each
it.
time a foe inflicts fatigue, a conditioner shifts balance, inflict 1 fatigue on that foe.
So all you have to decide is that you're going to defend and maneuver, and then
Oh, okay. Sorry.
and then you'll decide which things
Okay.
you're going to use when we get there. But I had to change it to maneuver because it's not respond anymore.
I'm gonna advance and attack.
Okay. Advance
I think that I am as well.
Okay. So that's G and Sanj.
One-way attack as well, right?
Yep. Yeah, okay. So, with that, Una is defending and maneuvering. So, Una, roll with focus.
I lost my thing.
Here's what I finally figured out after 3 sessions of playing this game. I'm very excited. I now understand how this works.
It doesn't want me to roll with focus clicking here. Okay, 1 second.
You can always type in...
Oh, there it
last-
is. No,
okay.
sorry, it just opened up the other window and I lost it. Okay, here we go.
Gotcha.
God damn it.
Okay.
I won Pie Show, though.
You did. So on a miss, you stumble, but you can shift your balance away from center to use one basic technique. So if you want to use any basic techniques this round, this exchange, you'll need to shift your balance away from center.
Okay, and I am... No, I'm maxed to the side, so I will just stumble.
Yeah. Okay. Will do. So you kind of what were you going to try to do so I can kind of like
I was just gonna retaliate, steal myself for their blows, and just like inflict a fatigue if they hit me with something.
Yeah, and I think you take a stance, but at that, seeing like Fire Sages come out, seeing Bim come and like wave this hammer around and put it on his shoulder, people start running, and you start going, hey, hey, as you start getting like jostled from the side, so you're not able to get a good stance. Lon is also going to defend and maneuver. So, so Lon seizes a position. He actually like jumps away from all of you. Because he was kind of like surrounded, like between, sandwiched between your group at this point. So he jumps back, and will actually get between all of you and Anpu. So he is now between you and the Sky Bison. I'm assigning. So he is also going to retaliate and steal him against your blows in case you attack him. And, that's right, and he is going to mark a fatigue to be ready and put a status on y'all. So this is the problem. My printer's out of ink, so I couldn't print this out. So let me check where the, okay, status is. So he is going to now, I'm going to say because of the position that he's taken, so now you're kind of sandwiched between between them as opposed to the other way around. Fire Sage Zagan is now favored. So he is in an advantaged position and is favored by circumstance.
And the Bim guy, he's also helping them, right?
Bim is there. Yes, yes.
Okay.
But that move only gives one person a condition, so it's he's really trying to set it up for Fire Sage Zagan. I think they also know how each other fight, so he's able to do things. But that is going to be all 3 of the things he's going to do. Advanced attack one way, you are up. Roll. Well, one way G and Sanj all go, so all three of you can roll with passion for advance and attack.
Passion.
Oh.
Sorry, my computer's running so crappily. Hold on.
It's all
Passion.
right. That's a miss for G. That is a full success for Sister Sanj.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing, but cool.
And then one way.
What is it?
Passion. You advance and attack. It's a passion roll. And a mixed success. Okay. Oh, perfect. We got all three things. So G, on a failure, you can move your balance. You can shift your balance away from center in order to take one basic attack. Otherwise, you stumble and cannot take a maneuver this round.
I'll shift my balance. Watch
Okay.
me.
Which way are you what are you shifting it towards?
Like it was more to the right, so I shifted it once more to the right.
More to the right. And what's that towards?
That would be action.
Towards action. Well, that definitely makes sense here, I think. Okay, so you're going to be able to do one advance and attack option. What do you want to do? Let's resolve that before we go on to the other two people.
The hammer that she once found very impressive is now very scary to her. So she just wanted to like heat it up enough that it would burn the guy's hand and he would let go of it.
Oh, let's call this a smash move then.
Yep.
So you can mark one fatigue to destroy or destabilize something in the environment.
Cool. I marked one fatigue.
Okay, you mark one fatigue, and this you send out your heat wave at this thing, and Bim just kind of like lifts it off his shoulder, and then and he just drops it, and it kind of thuds all the way to the ground. And
can I see like the edges of the hammer melt a little just for my own satisfaction?
Yeah, it's starting to, and it was like very pretty looking too, like kind of ornate. And now it's still functional, but it's not quite as pretty, and he looks annoyed by that. I'm gonna give him. So that one, right? It says it marks a condition. Sorry, right? Possibly a fictionally appropriate, positive, or oh no, it's a status. So I'm gonna give him the impaired status because you fucked with his hammer.
And his hand is a bit burnt now, just a little bit, but
yeah. Okay. So at that, who got the soft? So one way. You got a mixed success, a soft hit, so you can use one basic technique or mastered techniques.
I don't know what that means, but I know what I'm going to do.
So let me just say, so the basic techniques are the ones like on that page that everyone has, and I believe on your playbook you have one mastered technique.
Yeah,
as
I'm not
well.
doing that. That's an
That's
advanced
fine.
term. I'm doing
Yeah.
it as a basic. Do I have to tell you? Well, I want to know what I do. So do I do that first, or what do I?
Yeah. Yeah, you can say, whichever way, you can say what maneuver you're using, or you can...
Well, I'm going to use pressure. I want to pressure.
Yeah, okay. So impress or intimidate a foe. Choose an approach. Your foe cannot choose that approach in the next exchange. Okay, so what does that look like?
So I look at the guy, the guy who was trying to get us to get right earlier, and I say to Lana, I say, hey, you want to buy some rocks? And I take an earthbender stance, and I just drag the guy's sack of rocks, and just explode. I want to explode the obsidian out, and then like have them flying around, like forming a shield around us, preventing him from attacking.
You're going to prevent Lon from attacking.
I want to prevent him from attacking and advancing next round by using this obsidian shield against these firebenders, which is how I'm pressuring them. Like,
yeah, okay, so Lon cannot attack, advance, and attack.
I once used some red dragon scales to fight fire elemental, and now I'm using obsidian to fight firebender. So
okay. Yeah, he's like ducking underneath it. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. And his retaliate does nothing because you're not trying to mark a fatigue condition or shift his balance. Okay, so that is one way. And then we have Sister Sanj, who got a full success.
Uh-huh.
So on a full success, you can mark 1 fatigue to use a learn technique. Don't worry about practice technique. You don't have any of those. So you can use 2 basic or mastered techniques. So you can actually do 2. You can do 2 things within advanced and attack.
Okay. So I'm going to seize a position. I'm gonna do like a flippy, like I'm gonna do like a cool flip and land on Ampu's back.
Very cool, because you do it right off of this little glacier sticking out of the middle of the desert. As you jump on and kind of flip, and you go right over Lon's head as this obsidian is going
ground
around him, and you throw out some more Star Wars from the top of the bison.
I do. And then from up there, I want to...
Although, seize a position is not something you can do anymore.
Oh,
I'll say,
what do you mean?
It's not in the book. You're using the old sheet.
Oh.
I mean, go ahead. You did it. You did it. That's fine.
Wait, no, seize a position's in the new one.
Yep, but it's a defend and maneuver. Thing now. It's not under advanced and attack
I'm sorry.
any longer. Yeah,
my book wasn't loading, so I was.
So you can.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter as the order happens, and I mean, it'd still be that. Like it can be that.
Well, but she can't do it because she chose to advance and attack, and that's a defend.
But she
move.
thought that it was advanced attack in the old.
It was advanced and attack in the old one. Yeah, I'm gonna let it happen. It's not that big a deal. I'm pointing it out so that we know for going forward.
Sorry, this is the update change. The mid campaign new versions are a little bit.
Yes.
My book loaded, so I'm fine going forward after this. I'm going to strike, but it looks like it's something different now.
Strike a foe in reach, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue, mark a condition, or shift their balance away from center. It's their choice.
Oh, it's their choice. Okay.
You can mark a fatigue instead to choose to hammer them with your blows, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue or strike when they are weak, inflicting a condition.
I'm gonna mark a fatigue.
Okay.
And make him.
Do you want
the condition?
You want to give him a condition?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to make him.
Well, I think you're not going to choose which condition he has.
Oh, I don't get to choose?
No.
Oh. I'll take 1 fatigue to force him to take 2 then.
Okay. So he is... Oh, he's going to take 2
yeah, I'll
fatigue.
do that instead.
Okay. And then because he chose retaliate, you take an additional fatigue.
Okay. Whew.
Glad
I have my extra screen open.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's just 1. I don't know if you're supposed to take 2 because you gave him 2 fatigue. But just take 1. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So that...
She marked 1 fatigue to do it, and then she's taking another fatigue on top of that.
Well...
Condition,
Correct.
Yeah. Take 2 total.
That seems like a lot.
Well, because he anticipated that you would do that. So
yeah.
That's now he's...
Because he chose to retaliate.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then after Sister Sanj, that's everyone, right? Oh no, Bim gets to go. Because Bim is also attacking. He is just impaired. So he is going to take 1 fatigue to not be impaired anymore. As he just grabs this giant hammer and he is going to just run all out at G because you messed with his hammer and he doesn't like it. And
I thought I made it burning enough that he wouldn't pick it up again.
Yeah, no, he powered through it. I mean, he took a fatigue to do it, right? But he powered through it. He took his 1 fatigue and just runs at you and just whips this hammer around and is going to just strike at you. So you take...
I only respect that.
He is going to take another fatigue, and you take 2 fatigue. G.
Yeah,
as he's just
looking good.
hammering at you, as you're just like diving, ducking under this huge blow. At one point, he smacks into the glacier you're sitting next to, and it just watch a bunch of like ice chunks just break off, and Kadi is going to go next because he chose to evade and observe.
Who's Kadi?
He's that guy. What do you mean? Who's
He's
Kadi?
in the combat? What is it?
What do you mean? Who's Kadi?
Why is he in the
I've
combat?
been here this whole time, guys.
Sister Sanj.
He was trying to defend Sister Sanj from Lon. And he ain't no punk, so he is going to...
No punk, but he chose to evade and observe.
Yeah, so he is going to choose to hinder, and this is what he does. He's actually, like, looking around. He seems to really see what is going on, and, like, who... Oh, the Fire Sage Zagan didn't go, huh? Yeah.
It took him a little while to get outside.
Yeah, so he's actually gonna... He goes before Kadi, because he was advanced in attack, too. Sorry. I accidentally made him bold, so he... Okay, there he goes. He didn't fit with everyone else. Oh, for some reason his name is, like, a different font, too. That's weird. Okay.
Oh.
So he is gonna take... he is going to pressure Sister Sanj. And he's just, like, shooting fire at you as you're up there on your bison. And he is not giving you time to defend and maneuver. So you cannot choose to defend and maneuver. Okay?
Okay.
And then he... What else is he going to do? He strikes out and shoots forward one last strike at Una. Because he's not super excited that Una beat him in Pai Sho. So, Una, you take... he's going to mark 1 fatigue, and you're going to take 2 fatigue.
Oh, damn.
And with that, seeing this Fire Sage's fists flying, and that he is obviously the most dangerous person in this fight, Kadi runs forward and goes, "Oh man, this isn't good!" And puts his hands out, and the sand between all of you and the Fire Sage melts. As there is now a field of molten lava separating all of you from the Fire Sage.
I don't want to do that.
He is going to hinder him by trapping him behind this field of lava. So Fire Sage is now trapped.
Is he a firebender?
He indeed is. He's a lava bender.
Can you teach me a technique? Is that how it works?
Yes, that's exactly how it works.
Yes!
I guess he's coming on an adventure, huh?
Oh, guys, this isn't good! Okay, so that is the first exchange there. Do we want to continue? I imagine we're still in combat, right? Like, combat isn't over at this point. So, give me a second. I will choose what everyone is going to do, what all of the NPCs are going to do, while you think about the technique you want to use. Just remember, Sanj, you cannot choose to do the defend one. Okay. Okay, what are each of you choosing?
There's no... Like, there's the defend and maneuver that, like, doesn't make you mark fatigue, but there's nothing that makes you take back 1 fatigue while fighting, right?
Yeah, there is actually.
There is?
Yeah, but it's
Where?
called, you have to evade and then it says commit. Or whenever you evade, I think whenever you use the evade thing, you clear.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you evade and observe, you test balance. Wait, no.
Yeah, if you evade and observe,
Oh, yeah.
you clear a fatigue just by
Oh, okay.
choosing it.
Okay, I didn't see that. Cool. So I'm gonna evade and observe because I'm not doing too good.
Sure.
I'm
so-
also going to evade and observe.
Okay, G is going to evade and observe. Sister Sanj is going to evade and observe. One Way and Una.
Attack.
Okay.
Attack.
Okay, you're both going to.
Attack. All attack.
There's not
It's
like a
full
retreat option, huh?
No, they took that away, which I think makes sense because,
Yeah.
you need a story reason to like be away from combat as opposed to like I just took that action so I got away. I thought that kind of made sense.
Sanj was fighting Lon, right?
Yeah.
Sanj was kind of fighting.
On Lon. Okay.
Okay, so I think I got everyone on there, guys. So
Big fight.
defend
Rumble
and
it.
maneuver. Lon. Oh, it's all NPCs. Yep, it's all NPCs. So Lon is going to retaliate again in case anyone hits him.
He's just spamming retaliate. Fuck this guy.
He is.
Retaliate.
Oh, seize a
Sir?
position helps you escape the scene.
Oh yeah.
So he actually is going to also seize a position and he's going to jump onto Anpu's back with Sanj.
Lon is?
Yes.
Ew.
Fuck that.
Yeah, so he's literally on your
Fuck
bison. Jumps away from all this like obsidian floating around in this air.
Nobody mounts my bison without permission.
You're not getting out of here, Sanj. Ka-D is going to defend as well. So he is going to...
Wait, do we have to roll?
Nope.
Or do you only roll the one time?
You just roll the one time. You'll roll when it's your turn, but none of you chose defend and maneuver. It was all...
Oh, I understand. Okay, I thought we all rolled...
NPCs did, so...
Got it.
Yeah, 3 NPCs chose to maneuver to defend, so... yeah, Ka-D is going to... None of you guys have a status, huh? Yeah, none of you guys have a negative status. Okay, so he's not going to do that.
Can we, like, talk to the...
Yeah! Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I'll be like, Kadi, can you melt these down for me?
Yeah?
Do it.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is establishing an advantageous position. Oh, I'm sorry. He's not a firebender. Gee, I totally lied. He's an earthbender. Earthbenders
Yeah,
are.
lava bending is
No.
earthbending.
Is earthbender.
I am very sad.
And he
thought
does. So
so.
as this is going, he just like puts his hands around, and they all just kind of like these sharp pieces of obsidian just start to melt, and now there is just lava whipping around all your heads.
I'm supposed to be doing this.
Although I think at one way you find that as they starts to turn to lava, you kind of don't have control over them anymore, but they're still whipping around like through the rest of this exchange. Because you haven't been taught how to lava bend.
Okay.
Yet, you know. And then Fire Sage Zagan.
Wait, imagine like One Way and G, but like One Way learns to manipulate lava, and now they're like the perfect duo like ever made.
He is gonna seize a position, so he does that thing he did before and shoots fire out of his hands and feet, and just kind of like jumps in the air over the lava to get to the rest of you. and then is going to ready himself as he kind of like shoots fire down at the ground to slow his descent, and everyone kind of like backs away from the spot as he lands. And that ready, he's going to go ahead and clear the trapped position, so he is no longer trapped. So now that I've gone 3 times, One Way and Una, you can both roll with passion.
Ugh.
All right.
I can't with 2d6. I just can't. It's so tough.
It's tough. It's really
So
tough.
tough.
And One Way got a
Okay.
mixed success. Okay, Una, do you want to shift your balance away from center to do a move?
What happens for losing your balance?
If you lose your balance, you will be considered out of combat after this exchange. So you...
Okay.
It depends on what happens. You
Yeah,
can just
okay.
be incapacitated. You might get captured. You're at the mercy of the GM at that point.
I will just miss.
Okay. Yeah. So again, I think you go to attack, and all of a sudden these rocks start turning into fucking lava, and you're like, holy shit! And you can do a little bit of duck and cover. Okay, One Way, you can choose one advanced and attack maneuver.
What's this fucker's name? Like I'm working with?
The one that's working with you
Yeah.
is Kadi.
I say Kadi. That's so cool!
I know!
God, you still sound like a nerd though. Earthbender combo technique, and we're in desert, right? Like we're on the edge of a desert.
Yeah, you're in a desert next to a glacier. That's how
So
things
I'm gonna
go.
take what I want to do is I want to take that Earthbender chance again, and what I want to do is I want to pull in the sand from behind me, and shoot it past me through the heat of lava to turn the sand into like these razor thin shards of like needles of glass. Like I can't control the glass, but I can send the sand into it, and I just want to shoot at a bunch of like glass needles.
And who are you shooting it at?
The fat fuck with the hammer, definitely. That's the one.
Yeah, okay.
That's the one.
Are you trying to strike him?
I am trying to. What's the one where you impale them with a bunch of glass needles? 'Cause that's the one.
Strike. Yeah, I think that's
Oh,
strike.
that's definitely an option right now.
Yeah, that's the one I want to do. And I guess I want to make him. I think he's like high in fatigue already, so I'm gonna make him make more fatigue if I can.
Yeah,
So I can mark up. I'll mark up fatigue myself if I have to. In order to
you don't have to. I'm kind of confused. Strike a foot, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue, marking condition, or mark 1
yeah, so I
fatigue
think that's
instead
his
to choose
choice, and I can
hammer
mark up
them.
fatigue to limit his choice to 2, I believe. Like to just like.
Yeah.
I can make it so he can't choose the wimpy option. He has to choose one of the hardcore options, which
Oh.
I will do because I'm
No,
trying
I
to fuck
think
this
it
guy
sounds
up.
like if you mark a fatigue, you get to pick.
I think he gets to.
Yeah, no, I think he's right, because if he marks a fatigue, it gets rid of the option to shift his balance.
Yeah,
But
I
it
don't care
says
about this guy's balance. I
Mark
would,
1
like,
fatigue
mess him
to
up.
instead choose to hammer them with blows, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue.
Or strike when they are weak, inflicting a condition. So
It
either
does sound like I choose
Right,
though.
it
in that
sounds like
phrasing.
he chooses.
it
does sound
does, but if you is the first one you don't choose, then is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, the first one, yeah. So strike a phone, reach
Oh.
fortune, them mark their choice, or mark a fatigue, and you get to pick.
Yeah, this one doesn't specify their choice. You're right.
I like that idea. So let's do it that way. Yeah, if you want to mark a fatigue, you can choose to.
I want to make him mark 2 fatigue.
Yeah,
I'll
that
make
takes him out.
Yeah, and I just want him to be like acupuncture style, just like into that like.
Oh, and just drops the hammer and it hits right on his foot and he goes oh.
And I'll wink at G when I do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he is out of
Steal
the
the
battle.
hammer.
I know that would be so cool. Then we could use like a magma hammer combo tech. I'm working on a combo system. We can use
There is a system for group attacks, but they're only for NPCs, and I'm wondering how we can make that work for the party as well. Okay. So that is One Way. Now, evade and observe G and Sanj. You can both roll. Will both of you clear fatigue and roll with creativity or harmony? Your choice.
Gee, we're not doing too well.
No, we're not. It's not a good day for us.
We spent too much time having fun playing Pie Show.
I had a lot of fun.
G, do you want to move? Do you want to shift away from your center in order to do a move?
Can I take one fatigue instead?
You cannot take one fatigue instead. No, that's you gotta do a big boy thing. You gotta shift away from center.
If I do that, I lose balance, so I just lose. So no.
Yeah, that's tough. You're there at the edge.
G is just so impressed by what One Way just did that she's just like cheerleading him on, and she forgets that there's a whole fight going on.
Okay. So Sanj, what do you want to do? You are there face to face with Lon on your bison.
So I am testing balance. So I'm gonna mark that fatigue. And I'm going to challenge my engaged foe's balance. Okay?
Yep.
So I know that their principle is like loyalty to his role, like loyalty to being whatever, a fire sage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to challenge him by saying, I'm going to say... Sorry, I'm trying to formulate this in my brain.
Really remembered his? Did you remember that?
What?
She's the note taker, man.
That's a really good.
You,
I wish I remembered what they're. I wish I remembered what they're.
You're talking to the note taker.
I actually didn't write that
she
down.
Has superpowers.
That's awesome. That's really great.
Take a point of inspiration for that. Inspiration's not a thing in this game, but know that you inspired me.
The first time you've ever given me one, and it's not even real. So, and I'm gonna say, your loyalty is clearly not to the Avatar, it is to your nation. I thought that I knew you. I thought that we were friends. Clearly I was wrong.
Okay. So you're gonna shift his balance, which actually makes him lose his balance. Because it has not shifted since the last time you fought him. So,
that bish.
RB.
Oh, my PDF closed. Now I have to get all the way back to that page.
All right, so this is what Lon is going to do. Lon already had the angry condition, so this isn't helping.
Aww,
as he just kind of and just steam comes out of his nostrils as he says, "I am loyal to the Bonti sages," and just punches out at you. Sanj like throws up an block of air, but as the fire hits, it explodes. Sanj just falls off of Anpu and towards the ground. Sanj, take 2 fatigue.
Oh shit.
Oh dang.
I had to take 1 to do that, and now I'm taking. So I'm at full fatigue.
Okay, so if you need to mark a fatigue again, that fills you up. It doesn't take you over, right?
Yeah, Phil.
Okay, so you're now full. Anytime you have to mark a fatigue, you have to choose a condition instead.
Ugh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But she's still in the fight?
But she's still in the fight, yeah. Until all of her conditions get filled as well. So as at that, Lon just jumps off the back of Anpu, and he leaves the fight.
Could be... sorry, could someone be afraid, angry, foolish, guilty, and insecure all at once? Because that's a situation.
Actually, no, you're not allowed to be foolish anymore. What was the new one? G?
The new one is,
no more foolish.
Troubles.
Troubles.
So you essentially have what amounts to... How many... there's 5 conditions?
Yeah.
So it's like 10 HP, basically.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, they just do different things depending.
Yeah. No, I like that. But so why was the NPC taken out when I did 2 fatigue to him?
Because he doesn't have that many.
Oh.
Because he's not a major NPC.
Is he a little henchman?
He's a little more than he's a moderate. He's a moderate NPC. A henchman might have like 1 fatigue. See, I learned
Right,
how...
so you can just like slam. You know,
right.
like
They're fodder. Yeah, it's fun once you know how to play this game, guys. It's very
I
cool.
like the combat. I'm telling you, I like the combat a lot.
Yeah.
So are we in another round now, or?
So that actually, so that ends that round of combat. And at this point, it is only Fire Sage Zagin that is there. And he's gonna look around at the 5 of you that are fighting him. Are you guys going to engage? Or are you going to kind of give him an out? Because he watches Lon run and, like, looks off at him and then kind of looks back at the rest of you. Are you going to give him an out, or are you going to continue to engage him?
I'm gonna...
Are we making a decision as like? Are we
can we talk amongst ourselves?
I don't know. You have time for a conversation. You can give each other like quick looks and maybe say something. I don't know that you're going to have a lengthy conversation at this point.
I'm gonna yell, "Get on poo, everybody!"
We shouldn't run anymore, Sanj. We can finish this here and now. Lon ran off. He's alone. He's gonna keep chasing us if we don't finish him off.
I can't kill him. It's not my way.
We don't have to kill him, but we can tie him up or something. We have to stop him from chasing us. We're just gonna keep fighting these two.
G wants to advance an attack after this. I'm just saying.
All right, let's
He doesn't talk much to the group anyway.
If you do not want to join this round of combat, you do not need to, but some people definitely do.
I'm not going to kill anybody. It's not Sister Sanj's way.
I don't think that's the way
this. Kill anyone either.
This game does not work that way. So
there's no death. Just like the real game, where like only Jet dies.
Yeah, I mean the idea is to figure out how to do things. It was really not clear. Learn how to figure out how to do things without killing, right? Like you are the heroes very much in this. Okay, let me figure out.
Am I allowed to defend and respond this round?
Mm-hmm.
Was that just for one round?
Correct. Okay. So what are all of you going to do?
Attack.
Okay.
Advance and attack.
Advance and attack.
We're a decisive bunch.
And Sanj, you're getting on Anpu and staying out of it?
I think I'm going to defend and maneuver.
Okay. Well, at the start then, Sister Sanj, why don't you roll with focus?
Boo.
So you can shift away from center if you want to do a basic technique.
That's fine. I'll just stay put.
Okay. Sure.
I'm not going to cry about it.
Fire Sage Zagin is also going to try to seize a position and escape from the combat.
But wait.
Yep. So
Isn't this one we can? Yeah, I will do it. Block him.
Okay. So you mark a fatigue to block him.
Not away this time. Yep.
So what does that look like in the fiction?
In the fiction, I will summon a bunch of sand again from behind me. Well, am I doing my move right now? Because I didn't.
No, you're marking a fatigue and doing something in the story to block him.
Yeah, so where he's trying to go to?
He's just tried to like turn and run off, not towards the lava behind him.
He's on the ground?
Yes.
I want to like reach out and I want to draw sand into like it's pulling him back in basically. It's not like he's walking against a dust storm.
Yeah, sure. He goes and starts to take steps back. He kind of like squats a little bit and shoots fire and is going to try to go again. So someone else can mark.
Block him.
Okay, yeah, mark a fatigue.
I'll yell out. Are you going to run from a bunch of little kids?
What does that look like, G?
So there's still like sand coming at him, but he he do?
Yeah, he like shot fire through them and tried to like clear a path enough for him to get through.
Can I use my heat waves to like propel his own flame in like a wall in front of him?
Sure, yeah. So you actually bend his own fire and it shoots up and he takes like 2 steps back and then turns to face all of you.
And does the sand turn to glass when his fire comes out. It's
Yeah, man, that's just what. Yeah, so there's like a wall. Now, one side of him is a. Sorry, I smacked the cat with my gesticulations. One side of him is like a sea of lava, and then behind him is a wall of glass. Directly behind, as he turns to face you, sandwiching him between these two things. Okay. With that, one way, Una and G can all roll with passion.
Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please.
Yay! My first good roll.
You guys, this is gonna be bad.
Okay. No, you got this.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I'm the coolest ideas, and every time.
Well, if you want to shift your balance away from center, you can use one of those cool ideas.
I can't. I'm all the way to the side.
You'll still be able to do your attack, and at the end of this round, you'll be taken out of combat.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's see what happens.
Sure. Okay. Shift your balance, and then choose. What do you want to do?
I want to chip off a big chunk of the glacier that's in the middle of this thing.
Yeah, you do.
And just hover it over him. So
This-
what I'm trying to do is, in advance and attack, I'm smashing. So I want to smash like off a chunk of this and just kind of like hover it over him to inflict like fear or
Okay,
something.
mark a fatigue. So you're trying to give him a status. I'm gonna say
A condition.
okay. No,
What does it
a
say?
status.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna give him. He's trapped now.
Yeah, it's hovering like over him.
Yeah, so
like
he-
I could drop it at any moment.
Yeah. So at this point, he has lava, glass, and now this chunk of ice over him. So he is trapped.
Like, officially trapped. He cannot escape.
He is. Well, he can do something to escape, but he has to
Okay.
do that thing to escape. So in order to escape, he would need to mark 3 fatigue or conditions, like a combination of 3 of those. Okay. Nice. That was a good one. And then who else do we have? One way.
I'm gonna strike him.
Okay.
What's our? Oh wait, is our buddy doing something? He's still in the fight, right?
Oh, I forgot to put him on. Shit! I knew I was going to forget someone.
Kanku or whatever his name is.
It's fine because I actually want my.
He's got. Yeah, he'll evade. He'll evade and observe this time.
Oh,
Kadi.
okay. Well, he has a bunch of spinning lava around him, so I thought it would be cool if he like used it or something. You know, like, he has like a ring of lava running around. He is a lava bender, but no, just run away. That's cool too, I guess. That's great.
He's not running. He's evading. Different.
Okay, then I'll look at him and I'll say, all right, like, we got him now. Thank you for your help, and I'd love you to teach me. And I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to take, because it's still, the lava's still there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the same technique, except this time I want to basically take a bunch of sand.
It's not going through the sky anymore, but there's like a pool of lava on the ground.
Okay, there's a pool. Oh, okay, and I
Yeah.
can't bend it. That kind of sucks. Let's change what I'm gonna do. Okay, that's fine then. I'm going to just strike at him, and I'm going to shoot a paintball at his nuts. How about that?
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll take out my little slingshot. I'll just go. Yeah, this one's gonna hurt, kid. And I just,
Okay.
No
All
wonder
right.
I called him a kid.
and in the paintball, I curve it just to give it that little, just like a curveball, just as it just grazes. Just I want to give it a little more extra momentum by just like in the air curving the paintball.
Sure.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Yeah.
Do I
As you
roll
have
for
that. You. No. Well, if you wanna, do you want to mark a fatigue or no? Because he can mark 2 fatigue, mark a condition, or he can shift his balance away from center.
No, I don't care about his balance. I'm gonna make another fatigue, and I'll give him 2 fatigue or a condition. That way, he has to escape and stick another 3 on top of that.
Okay.
Yep. So I don't care. I have the fatigue. I'll do it.
Okay. And you're gonna make him
Depending on-
mark 2 fatigue. You said.
Oh well.
Or take
Yeah, I would mark 2 fatigue. He's already trapped.
Yep. Okay.
So I don't need to trap him again. I just want to like hammer him until he gives up or submits to us or something.
Sounds good. After that, Kadi. Oh wait, no. G is up. G gets to use 2 attack and advance moves
Ooh.
because you rolled a full success.
So I'm first gonna use a smash move.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like, we're in the desert, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, is there like a huge pile of sand, or is it like dry land with sand?
No. You are walking over sand.
Fuck, never mind. I don't know. I only need 1 right now. I just want to pressure the fucker.
Well, you can do that first then. So impress or intimidate a foe. Choose an approach. Your foe cannot choose to. Which approach do you not want him to be able to use?
It's seize a position.
I think the whole approach is defend and like he cannot defend and maneuver.
Okay, so
Is
I
what
don't
you're
want
taking.
him to defend a maneuver.
Okay.
At all.
Sounds good. But you get to choose one more. You can strike. You can smash.
Like the thing is, if I strike, I have to give myself fatigue,
You don't.
or do I not have to?
You don't have to.
No.
Is he wearing any metal on him?
He has little bits of metal. Yeah.
Can I burn it?
Yeah, you want to like burn him by heating up the metal that's on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You send this heat wave, and at first he's like, "Oh!" It's as he's like clutching at like these different like necklaces and jewels and things that are on
Okay,
him.
you're there.
Yeah. Okay. So he will take. Actually, he is going to take a condition on that.
Actually, do I have to mark 2 fatigue on me or 1?
None. 0.
But if I want to choose 1?
It would be 1.
Mark him 2 fatigue.
I don't think. But okay, yeah, but you don't. You could do that, but essentially conditions are as good as fatigue. So.
Are they?
Well, they're gonna count against his total willingness to fight.
Mm.
So
Okay,
whatever you
I
want to
won't.
do. If you want to be safe and not take the extra, to be taken
Yeah,
out.
I'd rather be safe. I just
Okay.
wanted to make sure that he was done, but if you say that, it's pretty much...
But putting another condition on is good too, because like that's gonna come with more restrictions too. Like he's gonna be able to
Okay.
not do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Okay,
he's
so I
feeling.
won't-
He's insecure. He's feeling a little insecure right now.
He's getting beaten up by kids.
Yeah,
Ah, loser!
Yeah, I think so. So I don't know what insecure does, but he's got that. Okay, and that ends G's go. So last up is Kadi. And Kadi is going to test his balance. He's going to mark a fatigue. And be like, "Hey man, I don't even know what you're doing, but, you know, they were just kind of walking around, and you can't go and attack people and throw fire at them. That's not what, like, fire sages and stuff are supposed to do, man. Not cool."
Oh, Matt, it says that if every combatant on one side of the fight is trapped and unable to free themselves, then the fight's over. So because
He's not
trapped,
unable to free himself.
But you have to mark 3 additional fatigue, right?
Correct.
So wouldn't that end the fight in itself?
It would not.
Oh, okay.
Dang, he's strong.
Yes. Yes, he is. But that does shift his balance.
Jesus, Lucas.
So if you want to go, we're gonna have to do one more round. One more round again.
I'm out, right?
You
Because
are.
I-
Yeah. What does that look like? Because you lost your balance. So when you lose your balance, you can give in or submit to your opposition, lose control of yourself in a destructive or harmful way, take an extreme action in line with your principle, and then flee.
I think probably the first one. What was that again?
Give in or submit to your opposition.
Yeah, I probably... Yeah, I think I probably just... I'm surprised by what I'm doing, about to crush this guy. I just kind of got caught up in the moment, and I look over and I see Sister Sanj trying to stay out of the fight, and I just turn the glacier, the chunk, into water, and it just splashes down, and I kind of remove myself.
And because of all of his metal was heated up, actually steam starts coming off of him, because that cooled him down. He's also no longer trapped, because that was the thing that was trapping him.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Was having that above his head. Okay, so you can go ahead and let me know what you guys want to do. Defend and
G is
maneuver.
looking out one way.
I'm evading and observing again.
What are we doing, bestie?
I'm attacking him again.
I'm attacking again.
I'm gonna keep attacking him. Yeah. I mean, it's either this or fight him. Fight these two like fucking Team Rocket. Every time we go to, I'm attacking him.
Yeah, I'll attack again.
Okay, so Sanj is, you say evading?
I just can't afford to. Yeah.
One Way and G are going to attack, and Una is out of the fight right now. Yeah. Overwhelmed emotionally.
Too much.
Okay. So Kadi is actually defending, so he is going to go first. And he is going to... Mark of Fatigue. He's going to use Ready and Mark of Fatigue to give One Way...
Okay.
The he's gonna prepare you. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna kind of lava bend a little bit more and have it shoot up in case you want to shoot it through again to make it glass. So you're currently have the status prepared. You're ready for what's coming. You can clear this status to take a +1 to an appropriate roll after the roll, and avoid marking a condition. So it's your choice. So you can do one of those because you are prepared. But first, well, actually no, that was first. So advance and attack One Way and G. You can both roll.
Gosh.
You're rolling with passion.
Damn it! Fuck.
Okay, G.
Bang One Way. You're killing it this time.
Do you want...
Steady at 7 and 8.
Steady, yeah. G, do you want to shift your balance in order to take a maneuver?
I feel like, character development-wise, I need Gia to go all over, like, the action side of her balance, because, like, that's what she is. She doesn't think. She just, that's how she acts, but... Yeah, I'm gonna do it because I just feel like that's her. That's what, she, like...
Okay, do it.
The moment
yeah,
she has
shift
to
your
act.
balance. Does that makes you...
-3
Does that make
action.
it makes you lose your balance?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so at the end of this exchange...
Well, I'm at -3. Like, I went from -2 to -3. Do
Oh,
I
yeah,
go
so
one more?
no, if that brought
Okay,
you to
yeah.
-3, then you don't lose your balance yet. You're
Oh!
right. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
that's
just
fantastic.
you're on your edge. Yeah, you're on the edge, so if you get shifted again.
Okay, perfect then. Whatever,
Okay.
we don't have a problem here.
And then all right, which maneuver do you want to do? Strike, pressure, smash.
I will... Hey. Him. So... Right now, the ice melted down.
Yeah, it turned to water and just kind of
Okay.
So he's drenched, right? His hair is like all in front of his face. He's totally soaked.
I'm trying to think of a creative way to strike the fucker.
Oh, you want to strike? Okay.
Should I not strike him? Is there something that I'm not thinking about?
No, I think no, that's fine. I'm just it's totally your choice. Totally your choice. Whatever you want to do.
I will throw a bunch of sand at him.
Okay.
And I will make it like burning hot. Well,
Sorry.
once it's stuck to its skin, to his skin, Like I'll make it like because he's wet, right? So it sticks. So
Ah.
then I'll make it like burning hot so that he has like this rock mask that burns him.
Sure. Oh, that's really fucking cool. All right.
It's also very violent, but
Yeah. So yeah, he has these like clumps of sand that just start to get hot and burn his skin. As he's like clawing them off and like pockmarking him with these burns all over himself.
yeah, yeah.
And are you gonna mark a fatigue or no?
No,
Okay.
because I'm already like on the edge of my balance. I only have 2 fatigue left, so like I won't tangle too much.
He will choose to shift his balance. Then.
So he's shifted twice now, right? Because he shifted once during Pi Show and then now once.
3 times actually.
Okay.
Because he also shifted when Kadi tested his balance.
Oh,
So
that's
he's
right.
on the edge right now.
He's on the edge. Yep. Okay, so that's G. One way, you are up.
I'm going to pressure him.
Okay.
And I'm going to pressure him by I was originally going to do something that would be a little more violent, but I look at Sans and I decide that I'm not going to do that. So I want to like play Earth Thunder stance, and I want to like have the sand he's standing on Aladdin style just swallow him up like the tomb on Aladdin. It's like I want to be like, and I just want to trap him, and by pressuring him, I can't inflict the trap condition, but I can prevent him from using. What does he keep doing? He keeps using season position to escape, right?
Yes.
I'm going to prevent him from doing that, so I don't
Sure.
want him to be able to do that approach. What is that under? Is that defend and respond?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to block, defend, and respond. He can't do that the next round.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
wanna
Yeah,
just-
it kind of like sucks him up and like gets around his legs as he sinks in a little bit and it is his turn. So he gets to use 4 techniques.
Whoa.
Because he is at 3 on his balance. So he gets to use techniques equal to his balance plus 1. That's how NPCs work. Yeah, so these tough NPCs with this, that's why he was fine to shift his balance. He is going to use strike 4 times.
I am dead. I am out.
So the first one he strikes is G. From burning his face. So you're gonna take, and he's gonna take the 4 fatigue as well to be able to choose what to do. So he strikes at G, and you take 2 fatigue.
I'm out.
How many was your fatigue full?
I'm full. Yeah.
Then you take 2 conditions instead.
Okay. So I don't take the 2 fatigue.
Well, you already did. I thought your fatigue was full.
Well, with that.
Oh yeah.
Strike, it's full.
So no, so that fills it up.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he strikes at you again, and you take 2 conditions.
Okay.
Are you still in the battle?
I don't know. You
How
tell me.
how many conditions do you have marked?
None.
You had none
None.
marked?
Uh-huh.
So then so that one you would mark 2.
Uh-huh.
The next attack you would mark another 2. He's gonna shoot all 4 at you to take you out of the battle.
Damn, he knows I'm a threat.
Yeah, he's in the ground and he's just boom, 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 and you're just getting hit by these fire blasts, and just finally get knocked back, smack against this glacier, and I think just fall to the ground, and you are entirely taken out, as his feet remain trapped. But that is going to be his turn.
But he took 4 fatigue and to do
Yes, yes, he did.
Yeah.
How much fatigue does he have?
10. He's a major NPC. He has 10 fatigue. That
What
he
a
can mark.
bastard.
Sanj, you're up.
Okay. Well, I'm changing. Not like I'm still evading and observing, but I'm changing up what I was gonna originally do.
Sure.
So I was originally going to hinder him, but I think that instead I'm going to aid G. So I'm going to create...
G is out.
He's out of the fight.
I know she's out of the fight, but, like, can I...
So you're not... You'd be interacting with somebody who's not...
Yeah.
Like, the only ones who are left are me, you, and him.
If we're to the point where I'm, like, ready to get out of this, though, like, can I grab her to, like...
Oh.
Put her on Ampu so that, like,
yeah.
Because I want us to be, like, as close to possible of, like, getting out of here, and if she's, like, out, then somebody has to save her.
I think
like,
that's...
save herself.
I'm also not in the fight, but I'm still alive.
Yeah, you're not...
Right?
I think G was totally knocked the fuck unconscious.
I'm gonna yell to Sanj, we got him. Finish it off.
I can't by evading and observing. There's just...
That's not true at all.
Oh, what?
By evading and observing, you can instantly take him out of the fight.
Test balance, right? Yeah, test balance. Yeah. You can take him out.
Yeah. If you want to do that, what do you want to do to test his balance?
I'm gonna take a similar approach to what I did with Lon. I don't know him, but I'm gonna yell at him like, your loyalty is clearly to the Fire Nation and not to the Avatar. You've shown your true colors, and that's it. I don't know him, but...
Yeah. And as you yell that, he just roars, like, lets out this scream. And like the statue of the Fire Lord that won't be built for another 100 years, where he's like staring at the sky and fire just comes out of his mouth and out of both of his hands, and he just does that, right? And it lifts him out of the sand as he does. As he then takes his hands and just brings them forward and shoots a bout of fire towards you. All of you that are still up, mark an additional 2 fatigue.
Okay, so I have to take 2 conditions?
Yes.
Alright, I'm 1 fatigue, 1 condition.
Can I shift my balance to avoid it?
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
No, I think you can jump down and grab G out of the way, right? But this bout of flame hits this, the tip of this underground iceberg, and it just starts to melt. And all of a sudden, steam is coming out from this pool of lava, and mist is coming off of this, and the whole area is obscured in this fog and mist and smoke as this fire just goes. And you watch as the Misty Palms Oasis, this iceberg that is the center of it, begins to melt and dissipate.
Sorry, Misty Palms.
And yeah, he is just like a stream of fire coming out of him right now, as he chooses to do something, lose control of himself in a very destructive and harmful way for shifting his balance. And you all can, you can tell me what you want to do, but Anpu is there.
I mean, I think
know
it's time
Sanj was trying to call people onto it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab G.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Halu helps.
I don't think G is very heavy, to be fair.
He's got like 1 leg.
So I'm confused. Are we still in combat with him?
No. He is out of combat because he lost his balance. But he lost his balance. And then, because of that, he lost control of himself in a destructive and harmful way.
Okay.
So he wasn't
getting out of there then.
He was taken out the same way Una was taken out. He was not taken out the same way G was taken out. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if we would have taken him out of fatigue, we would have gotten him basically prisoner.
Then it would, yeah, that's usually, I mean, he could have chosen to give in or submit as well, so it's possible to like capture someone if they do that, but sometimes there's 2 more sessions to go in this, and I need the story to continue. So, yeah. So, but he in this case, I thought it would make more sense for him to lose control of himself in the destructive and harmful way. And then that also can explain why in Avatar: The Last Airbender, when Aang gets there, the Misty Palms Oasis is much smaller than he remembered. Because this dude melted it real bad.
When does he go there?
Oh, man, you missed it. Korra goes there too, man. They both go.
Oh. I fell asleep.
As we're getting away, I'll turn to and I'll say, what is this preserving?
Yeah. Yeah, and he was already insecure, and that's just, like... I don't know if you know that he heard it, but he heard it.
Now that's satisfying to know.
That's good.
As
Damn, One Way.
Damn, that's my best friend.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to learn lava and we can't fucking leave!
Well, yeah, no, I think you get off, and Kadi is, like, hanging on to the saddle, like, how do you ride in
let
this
Kadi
thing?
hang on.
Ah,
Bastard.
Wait,
My
we need
rocks!
his rocks. We need his rocks, though.
my rocks! No, they're going away, no.
You can make more.
Can't he just melt them and take them with him as lava?
No, my rocks! Look at that back there! No! As I think that's gonna end it for the night. Now, it's not gonna end it because we have other things to do, but mechanically, but that's gonna end the story for the evening.
I like it a lot.
Hang on, ending credits. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. That's good. Okay. So, Una, you lost your balance in this battle.
I did.
So afterwards, when you have some time to recover and recenter yourself, so you're going to shift your center one step toward the principle you exceeded.
Okay, that is roll.
Okay, so you're going to move your center one towards roll, and then you're going to clear all your conditions and all your fatigue.
Oh, I'm not afraid anymore.
And then you're going to reset your balance to your new center.
Okay. Which just means go right above it, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay. G, you were taken out.
With fatigue and condition.
And I don't know what that means, so give me a hot second. That hasn't happened yet.
Like, my character sheet right now is a mess because everything is red.
Yeah, I need to start printing some of this stuff so I don't have to keep going through the PDF. But
same.
my printer is out of ink, and thank you very much, Kayla, for ordering some more. Running the adventure. Where's the battle, combat, whatever it is. Combat exchanges? Is it over there? I don't know, G. I might have to look up a little bit more about how
That's okay.
in the world. Okay, after the exchange, full change. When a PC loses their balance, players choose options. The GM tells what happens without uncertainty. Everyone at the table knows the character lost their balance and the full effects. Suddenly, when a PC is taken out, or they are unable to act anymore, the exact details of how they are taken out can be set up. But almost always a PC being taken out is a golden opportunity for the GM to make another move. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do with you after that, so I'll look it up and then let you know afterwards. Unless someone in chat knows and wants to let me know, that'd be great.
I think G needs extensive care.
Yeah, I mean, story-wise, you got messed up by fire real bad.
Do I get a scar?
You could get a scar. I mean, that would make sense. You got a lot of fire thrown at you.
It's funny because, like, in our other campaign, like, my character just got thrown acid on her face, and I want her to have, like, half of her face burnt off by acid. Like, next episode, that's what I want to happen.
I love it. I love it.
But, like, now I'm doing it to G as well, and I'm like, fuck.
No one's gonna have a face. None of your characters
I may or may not. I may or may not have come up with something brilliant for my character that's coming.
Oh.
I'm excited.
While we were playing, I got really excited and wrote it down before I forgot.
Nice.
But we are going to do end of session
Growth question.
Moves. So let's ask the everybody questions.
And now it says we need 4 guesses to get growth.
Oh, they upped it. 3 wasn't enough, y'all.
It was
That's
getting
fair
fast.
enough. I thought that 3 was pretty quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
One of the sheets has the question. If you guys have the questions in front of you, that'd be helpful because I can't.
Did you learn
New
something
ones?
challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
Did you?
No.
I think so.
I think so. You learned
Well,
that
I
they're-
learned to play that game.
It's a
I
Pi show is
really
a complicated game. That was.
I think that I learned that the shades of gray in the world.
Sure.
It's pretty complicated. Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
I'd say we put a community in a threat.
Yeah, I'm about to say
situation.
you actually started a community
I think we did the
problem.
opposite
Hold on,
of that.
we stopped a threat. We won the fight.
Yeah, but we left him there kind of like blowing up and burning the place down.
Because
so.
that, well, I think we narratively were told to. I don't
Yeah.
think that was our choice.
Yeah, no, I think you stopped a dangerous threat. I mean, the threat to you. You stopped the threat to you guys and got away from it. And defeated them,
Okay.
I would say. And did you guide a companion toward balance or end the session at your center?
We really need to work on that, guys.
Yeah.
I think there's some work
Well,
to do here.
If anybody ended the session at their center,
I ended it at my new center.
I ended at my new center.
you... Let's say that, Sanj, you might have ended it at your center. Una, I think your new center is going to be, like, after this session.
I ended at my
Yeah.
center.
Yeah, so One Way and Sanj, if you both ended at your center, you can mark that one.
Okay.
Oh, my playbook unique.
And then for us, it's, and I don't know if this is everybody, but I know the icon is, or is that what we are? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Did you accomplish a feat worthy of your burden and tradition? And I'm going to say yes, because I safeguarded records from destruction.
Yeah.
Or well, that's why I believe I did at the very least.
Which one? Are you looking at the new book or the old playbook PDF?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in the other thing. Why is that no longer a thing?
No, I'm looking at the icon playbook, and there's 2 end of session questions.
Oh, they might have added...
Oh.
That might be why it's 4, because they added... Yeah,
Did
so
I
in
generally
the...
uphold my responsibilities, and did I generally maintain my prohibitions? And then you can shift balance or mark conditions and shift balance based on your answers.
No, you're doing the growth quest. Yeah, the growth question, right? The icon's growth question, points build up...
Oh, well that's another icon end of session thing we're supposed to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, that's separate, sorry.
it's okay.
I generally upheld my responsibilities, yes. So I'm going to shift my balance towards roll. But does that mean I didn't end at my center? If I'm doing that now? That's making my brain hurt.
Your priorities.
I think so. I think it's probably a one or the other type thing. That would make sense.
Okay.
Um,
And then, what's the other one? Did you generally maintain your prohibitions?
your prohibitions you would have marked down.
One of mine
so.
is never start a fight, and I technically didn't start a fight because I evaded.
That's
or
true. You
defended
ran
first.
away and then just happened to run into another fight.
Would you say that I betrayed Lon's trust?
I
No.
don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
Okay.
Oof.
Oof, I'm back at all the way to the one side towards roll.
And then One Way is the successor. So did you learn
get a-
something meaningful or important about your lineage, its members, or its effects on the world and others? Did you?
No.
You didn't?
No, I did not learn anything new. That they wouldn't do something for free? That's not new. That's not new.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's not surprising to One Way at all.
What does it surprise him that they work this down here? right? That their network extends all the way to the
I
Misty
don't know.
Palms
I
Oasis.
feel I'm not gonna give myself this one because I just don't think I've learned anything meaningful in my family.
Okay.
I really. This guy is an asshole, and he's kind of an idiot for thinking they were gonna do it for free. But he's kind of cool because he can bend lava, which I'm very interested in. But no, I don't think I learned anything about my family. I already. I grew from. I was at 2, so I was at 3, so I grew this session anyway. So I'm just not gonna keep adding.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
What's a moment of balance?
I was just reading that.
Yeah, so the moment of balance is a... I don't know. I don't know.
I have it open if you want me to read it. I was just looking at that.
Sure, yeah. Which page is it on?
I'm looking at it in the character sheet of Roll20.
Oh, okay.
It says, others have laid a path for you that you cannot escape, but balance means you understand the limits of their vision. You make the role your own in this moment, charting a new path for yourself and your tradition. Tell the GM how your new understanding of your burdens forges a new way forward for everyone.
Damn.
Yeah, but
That's heavy.
Yeah, but how do you do that? What do
You have to unlock your moment of balance.
Yeah,
as a growth.
I think it's one of... Yeah, it's a growth.
Yes, it's a
growth
growth.
and
It's a
only-
growth you choose.
But it only happens when you're actually at that. Like when you're actually at.
You need to be at your center in order to
I
unlock
understand.
it, I think, right? Is that what it is? Yeah. I remember I looked at that before, but okay, and then G, what is your question? What are you? You're the
Idealist.
idealist.
It's, did you improve the lives of a community of average citizens or help an ordinary person with their problems? I would say that's a big ol' no.
I would say that's a big old no. Yeah, I think that did not quite happen this particular time.
It's
Okay.
okay. I still had the moment of growth.
There's moves that there's things you can do now. You can do a train. Oh, I want to take the training. Can I take the training move when I level up?
What is
This
the
guy teach me. So it says training. When you spend time with a teacher, learning or training a new technique, I can roll modifiers from the following questions: Is your balance in line with your center? Are you free conditions? It does take +1. Do you and your teacher share at least one background? Yes, 2 +1. But I guess I'm not really learning with him yet. I'm going to be. I hope to be.
So, oh, do you need to take? I don't. That's not an advancement, though, is it? To
It
learn?
is. It's one of the advancement moves. It's a training. It's called training move.
Oh, do you need to take an advanced? Oh, let me
So I
check
just
that out.
advanced. It says the training move is all about acquiring new techniques by studying
Yes.
with a master. It almost always requires you have a teacher, and requires you have the appropriate training, which means my background earthbending, to learn the technique. So I think it would be a good time to choose this as I'm leveling up right now, and these like literally on the.
Yeah, that
place.
would make sense. I didn't think you needed to take an advancement to train. I mean, that makes sense.
It says it. It's under. It's on page.
It is. No, it's on the same. I'm looking at it. What is it?
It's under advanced-
142.
142. Yeah, it's under the other.
Oh,
So
wow.
it'd be instead of doing something else, or like I wouldn't get a stat or anything like that, but I would be able to learn a new technique. I don't really know how it works.
Yeah,
It
well,
seems how it works.
we would kind of role play it a little bit, and
Yeah. I mean, that's so
and then you roll
in fiction.
for it to try, and that's the thing. That's the reason, because you could not be able to learn lava bending. That is an option. So it's
Right.
It seems weird that you would take that advancement and then possibly not get anything for it.
I think that's the risk. Of
That's
trying to learn
the
it.
risk reward.
that
Yeah,
technique.
that's probably true.
But it gives you the +1s.
Well, some of
So-
those are minus as well. Two are possible +1s and one is a -1, or two are +1s and two are -1s, depending on how you answer those questions.
Well, I guess I don't. I'd love to be able to roll for it, so I'd have it. For,
Well-
like,
Well, we'll roll for it next time, because I think we'll role
Okay.
play a little bit, and then like you'll roll to see if you're able, because you may or may not have the aptitude to be able to do these specialty types of bendings. That's the problem. If it's just like a regular earthbender move, even if you don't get it the first time, you can try to get it again. Like, your master might say, oh, you have to go do this thing, and then we'll try again. But if you can't metal bend, then you can't metal bend. If you can't lava bend, you can't. Yeah, it's weird.
I know that I need to roll for it. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, there's an entire thing in here, Eve, about Air Nomad tattoos.
Oh, where? Which page?
It's on page 28.
Let me look that up.
I just saw it and was like, oh, Eve had questions about that.
I did. Thank you. That's gonna hopefully make it.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream tonight, guys. I think we're going to be checking out this really fun book that we just got. Everyone have a good one. In 2 weeks on March 13th, we'll be doing our next session.
Penultimate session.
Yeah, penultimate. This was the anti-penultimate session, guys.
Wait, that's the 5th session?
Yep, so next 5 out of 6 is next time, so only 2 sessions left.
Wow.
We will see, with the party being pursued by the Fire Sages, where they will end up as they race to the Eastern Air Temple. Everyone have a lovely week. All of our episodes, except for this one, because I'm still talking and still recording it, are up on YouTube to view. Tell your friends. They're there. Have a good one, guys, and goodbye.
Bye.